Hi! I've been busy, procrastinating. But do not worry, I got enough questions, and now it's time to answer all of them. This video shouldn't be too long, depending on how long I spend on each question, so let's begin. But before we do, I'm ignoring you, because not only did you leave this in the comment of the video itself, and not in my community post like I asked, but you also asked a Lee-Sans related question, so it gets skipped regardless. Although, do not be surprised if Lee-Sans shows up as an April Fool's joke. I am the kind of guy to do that. However, in all seriousness though, this was never supposed to be a question that anyone expected me to be serious about. And the original poster of the question itself, Storms, is a pretty decent dude. Now with the actual Q&A. Question 1 by Wrong Joke. For a matchup video when? Okay, but its actual question was, if I had any more matchup video ideas, what would they be? Well, thank you for asking, Wrong Joke. I have mentioned to friends that I wanted to do a Marvel Rivals matchup video, since I found that game fun as hell, made a few community posts about it before. I have matchups for everyone in Season 1, I just need to find a matchup for Emma Frost, since possible spoilers for the video depending on what I pick. But I don't really care for her versus Maxwell from DC, which I think is her main matchup? I don't know, I haven't looked into it that much. Besides that, I do want to go over some general matchups I like. No theme or anything, just me shouting out matchups and talking about what's good about them, really. That's currently what I got so far, and I think I'll make those videos soon enough since uni's over for now. Although given how fast time is flying recently, I probably should get to that as soon as possible. Didn't mean to hit that. Question 2 by Frost Productions. Will I ever react or review other Versus shows? Thank you, Frost, and I do consider it. The main two shows that I am personally interested in discussing and reviewing on this channel are Debate Club and Triple F, since those shows have a lot of passion put into them and they're the main ones I watch besides primarily Death Battle. Triple F was helped made by fellow DB crew members, or at least Blaze vs. Starfire was. I don't know if they'll continue with that because I mean, I don't know if you know this, but I'm not a member of Triple F's team. Debate Club has genuinely made me look at a matchup I disliked going into it, and I still do now, but not the point. That made me go, okay, I'll admit, that would go hard in a Death Battle. So, yeah, if you want me to look into other Versus shows, I would be more than happy to. I am okay with Versus stuff in general, and branching outside of just Death Battle to shout out other cool Versus shows would be a fun time. Question 3 by Truly Too Awesome. Pizza party and dance party stream to celebrate 500 subscribers when? Yeah, that's gonna get me on a watch list. I just don't like anything with cheese on it. But I've done a few boogies on this channel before. I don't see why I wouldn't do more for a possible celebration. Not sure when I'll do a full party though, because I'm lonely. Question 4 by Resto Ruby. Hello again, fellow British person. With me being a Ruby fan, I may as well just ask about that. Fair enough. So what are your thoughts about Ruby, if any? Well, thank you, Resto Ruby. I'll go through the checklist given. I do like the characters in the series and the general dynamics together. When the joke lands, with how much the crew banter around, it's genuinely fun. However, some jokes could land better. Sometimes they play jokes in the middle of serious scenes which really take me out of the situation going on. My favorite characters so far are either Weiss, Yang, or John. It could be any of those three on any day of the week. Favorite weapon? It's the scythe. I just love scythes. And in terms of C Ruby, hit or miss. They are very hit or miss. But like when they hit, they hit. But when they miss, they're the reason I hate For Your Mate so much. That's all I can really say. I am not that intelligent. Question 5 by Max Kirby. I'll just make this one a simple question. What is your most anticipated matchups in any Versus show? Happy 500 subs, my fellow British gentlemen. Well, thank you, Max Kirby. No, and the hard part to answer is that. Oh my god, that was a voice crack. I don't know if that was a voice crack, but that sounded like one of me. And the hard part to answer is that I feel anticipated as a different word than, like, say, predicted. Because to me, anticipated means you're waiting to see it happen when it shows up. To give an example of Death Battle in particular, Ruby vs. Maka is an anticipated matchup since it's confirmed to be happening eventually. However, Spy vs. Agent 47, a matchup on the Brady Champions poll but didn't win, will be prediction as there is no confirmation that it's happening yet. As such, I have two answers. Currently, as of this video's upload, Simone Digger vs. Kyle Rayner is the obvious answer for Death Battle, also Ruby versus Maka, because that's the only one of the remaining matchups that... Oh wait, no, Grewmind as well. Grew versus Megamind. Nearly forgot about that one. But yeah, those 3 matchups with Death Battle are pretty good. And I am also interested in seeing Sidon versus Undyne for Triple F. From what I've seen, Triple F does need to sort out a bit of its writing, because that was a really big talking point sometime after the episode came out. But I believe Josh Scorcher and the crew behind the series can do it just fine. I really like how Triple F is looking so far as well. Thanks for the question again, Max Kirby. Question 6 by Firecloud. What is my favorite video game official soundtrack? I generally do not have an answer for this. I could pick way too many games. Metal Gear Rising, Devil May Cry, Undertale, Sonic, the list could go on forever. So many games have banger soundtracks. However, what made me decide to start posting on YouTube? No, I'm not gonna lie, I think this question is pretty interesting because I started around just before 2021. No, really, my first video was in late December 2020. I was in fucking high school. That was the beginning of year 10. I'm just done with my first university year. I think what's funny to me is the difference in voice from when I was like 16 to now turning 19. Anyway, I know the best thing to do for the outro. The entire discussion about the AI voice was called before I hit record. I don't have that. For years, and my voice just sounds a bit deeper and a lot more clear to it, but I mainly started just because I wanted to do it, so during 2020 I just went, screw it. I decided to make a few videos here and there, which came and went. I did take a massive hiatus in 2023 because of a drama that happened, which caused my channel to rebrand to what it is now, which is ePachuba. If any of you were around when this bad boy was ePachu 06, you're a relic. So am I, though. I probably ungstassed enough. That's... I can't believe I said that. Oh my god. Why am I like this? I really just picked up Death Battle reviews since I saw other people do it and just went, sounds fun. And look where I am now. Before that, I didn't even have 100 subscribers. I had like 80-something. Or around there. 70 or 80. That's wild compared to nowadays ePachuba, with around 540 subscribers as of making this video. But yeah, the best way to subscribe by start is me just going, it looks fun. And when was that since? If it looks fun, I'm gonna try it. Simple as. I just like having fun. Question 7 by Necrostar. 1. How am I doing? I'm doing well. There was a weekend where I learned about a massive VTuber scandal going on and I became a crash out. But besides that, life's going well since uni ended. I said, uni was sick. Have I watched any Cross yet? And if so, who's my favorite character and who would I like to see in it? Well, I have said it. I think it's a phenomenal show that has some of the best ones ever said, and it has no reason to be as hilarious as it is.
Machine, I will... Wait, who the f*** are you?
Cuphead?
Get back here, you impudent fool!
The characters so far is either Frisk or the Beheaded. And that's what characters... Oh, jeez. And that's what characters in Speed 1 is going to come in the next episode. Give us the White, I beg of you, more out! Question 3. What is my favorite game of all time? I don't know if I mentioned this in my top 10 most wanted, or at least another video. I actually think I did. But, my favorite game of all time would be Ni no Kuni Wrath of the Light Witch. A formerly PS3 exclusive, though it was on the DS, but good fucking luck getting it. But the remaster is on Steam, Nintendo, and Xbox too. I'm gonna want to show the copy give me a second, actually. I'm gonna go find the copy, actually. Where'd I put it? I've been able to show this copy off here since... Well, I'm gonna show you the box art first. It's not really that important, but... For quick record, this is the French copy of Ni no Kuni. This isn't the UK copy. The UK copy doesn't have one I want to show inside it. So, but the main thing I wanted to show is inside the box. Excuse me. I'll put the manual back in a second, but inside the French box is this. Is this art piece right here. I can't really see the camera, so I'm not sure how much I'm blocking or how much is being shown. But, yeah, that's not... Oh, wait, I forgot the manual one. But that's not something that I usually... That's all in the, UK box arts. There is a similar case with the Japanese version of the remake, but I don't have the Japanese version of the remake. Which just remember seeing stuff about it on YouTube. Oh yeah, actually, I also have the King's Edition of Ni no Kuni 2, which I think is the weaker game in the series. I much prefer the original, but yeah, that's another thing. I got introduced to the game via Stampy, similar to games like Yokai Watch, so it holds more sentimental value to me because I really liked Stampy when I was growing up. Like most people did, most people with a decent childhood. Okay, that was me. That was me. I do plan to cook another matchup with a character from this game against another JRPG character, other than Lucas versus Oliver. So if I ever do, don't be shocked if I ever talk about it on this channel. But yeah, that's my story of Ni no Kuni in a nutshell. Next up is question 8 by Ian Jones. Ian Johns. Yeah. I am stupid. What is my favorite indie game? Beyond White, no questions asked. Funniest book and addictive gameplay. What more can you really ask for? Also very fast-paced. I like fast-paced stuff. What is my favorite Death Battle episode? Still Bowser vs. Eggman. Conclusion aside. And reaction. I have not recovered. What is my most wanted matchup with Death Battle? I don't care how little of you know Strap to the end. Just give me Shino Hiraki vs. Golden from the Night In buff, because that discussion can be so fun. I beg of you, Death Battle. Also, speak of Strap to the end. Stuck. I actually have something over here. Ooh. Wait, saw that book in the background. That's new. It's a Seraph of the End cover, featuring my favorite character. Speaking of the devil, that's Shinoa. I also have Shinoa Funko Pop. I also have another Shinoa thing. I'm beginning to think I have a problem. There's something wrong in my brain. Okay, how do I get her to stand? That's the annoying thing, that the Shinoa's pop, not pop, wait. What are they called? What are they called? Funkos. That's the annoying thing with Shinoa's Funko Pop. You can't make it stand easily. Okay, yeah, but I've been synonymous with Strap for the End, and Death Battle, like, combined. I've been trying to push this series in Death Battle, and I do know it's gonna be pretty difficult, because I know not many people in Versus know Strap for the End, which is a fucking shame, because I think it's peak fiction. That's kind of like one arc. But, I would be extremely happy to see it on. But yeah, again, thank you, Ian Johns, for asking this question. I'm gonna pronounce that name right. If I mispronounce any of your names, I'm sorry. I'm a bit silly. And finally, question 9 by Arbusto. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to answer this question because it doesn't show in my comments unless I saw it by new, but I'm smart and remembered it. But who is my favorite video game character? Or ironically, a pretty hard question to answer for me. We've already discovered who my favorite anime and manga character is. Let me just rewind a few seconds. Favorite TV show character? Pretty easy to answer for me. Favorite movie character? I mean, I could probably pick an MCU version of a character, so by that point, I'll just pick MCU Star-Lord. And my favorite comic character? There's not much difference between Winter Soldier in the MCU and now, so... But video game character is pretty tough. My hell is stupid. I do have a good few contenders, so here's some honorable mentions that will flash up on the screen. However, I don't have a definitive answer. So, you just got to take all the honorable mentions I have. Again, thank you for the question. And those are all the questions. Thank you for asking them, and I'm glad you all picked a fair few different kinds of questions other than just verses. Hopefully because of that, you'll learn a bit more about me and my interests. But before I leave, I'm going to leave you all with one quick fun fact. Let me just move my hair my way. That way I can naturally show it. I, from what I've seen, have a permanent eyebrow raise. Look at me. Look at me right now. You can see it. At least I'm hoping you can. I'm not fucking mental. If you can see the permanent eyebrow raise, good on you. You know I'm not mad. But yeah, that's really what I want to end the video on. We'll just this one. Oh, wow, I look good. God damn, Chiba. You don't look after. I need this. Okay, let me stop. If I do another Q&A in the future, which knowing me, I probably will, I hope it goes well. I don't have an outro. See you all later.